Hatep. The initial aim, goal, objective of human bondage was survival. Strength in numbers brought food, security, and shelter to those who had offered, pledged, surrendered themselves. As for the independent group, the greater the numbers, the greater the command, privilege, respect the group would have throughout or within a particular tract of land. The independent groups of the archetype had formed a relationship that benefited both parties. This was not a relationship built upon a partnership. No. This was a relationship, however, established through reciprocity, meaning by giving, you receive. To offer, pledge, to surrender oneself is the behavior of giving back for receiving aid, assistance, or relief from a dominant, independent group. Increased development has allowed the mutation to find its lot in life. Nevertheless, he will still find himself in need of the archetype. If the pocket desired to invest in a tract of land that was already inhabited, or invest in a particular territory that was uninhabited but needed manpower, that pocket would need permission and or assistance from the dominant independent group within that territory region. In doing so, if agreed upon, only that pocket and the dominant independent group within that territory region would form a relationship. The more the mutation invested in improving its ethnicity through increased development, the more to which this type of relationship would form. We must remember, it is the original man, not the mutation, who lives accordingly to a traditional lifestyle. And so membership is of the utmost importance. During the early stage of this relationship, it was the pocket to whom offered, pledged, surrendered itself to the supportive, independent group. As pockets begin to establish themselves or become larger, the relationship consisted of members' services being rendered to the supportive, independent group, or in some cases, members' allegiance now belonging to the supportive, independent group. Because of increased development, the guideline of reciprocity had now extended to the mutation. Unintentionally, and for that matter, unexpectedly, a new relationship has formed. This new relationship would differ from the relationship within the independent groups of the archetype. Moreover, would go on to become operative throughout the land henceforth. To stimulate growth, the mutation needed manpower, to which the archetype provided. Therefore, this new relationship is a business relationship. Additionally, this is the earliest fashion form of a business relationship. Due to a developing economy, now to include natural resources, being manipulated or processed. The borrowing, exchanging, and trading of man is no longer a means solely for survival. The relationship formed between the archetype and the mutation initiated a shift in human bondage, albeit the transition would not occur until this business relationship, if you will, move out from under the guideline of reciprocity and into the realm of tactic. Consequently, as the mutant begins to emerge, he would be exposed to a lifestyle of settling under the guideline of tactic via the mutation. Meanwhile, what's taking place outside this geographical location on the planet is a traditional way of living, lived by the original woman. The borrowing, exchanging, and trading of man remains a means solely for survival, guided by none other than reciprocity. For a minimum of 5,000 years before the existence or even mentioning of an imperial Christian or an imperial Muslim, we can bear witness to the entwinement of man and human bondage thriving under the guideline of reciprocity. To offer oneself, to surrender oneself, to pledge an allegiance did not mean you were controlled or in the possession of. No. It simply meant that you were readily available, that you were without hesitation, that you are willingly to be of service in any capacity.